Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of the Roundtable here at mycountylink.com. I'm Alex Warner, along with videographer Nick Schmidt. Glad you could join us today. And with us is new Wave head football coach here at Greenville High School, Steve Channell. And Steve, we're going to talk a little bit, kind of an update on where things stand. You've been on the job now for what, about 3 months or so?
Yep, about 3 months.
You know what? I looked at the calendar. 3 weeks from Friday, we're taping this on Wednesday. 3 weeks from Friday is the start of practice here in the state of Ohio for football. 6 weeks from today, opening night against those Eaton Golden Eagles.
Yep, getting exciting right now because the clock keeps ticking, and as each day goes by, we get closer and looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit, some updates and so forth, how things are going and numbers-wise, and just some other things going on with the program, because this man has been so successful over the years. He has his program, he has his process, and we're heavily involved in it right now.
Well, I think the biggest thing right now is if you get an opportunity as a community member, drive out to the high school and look at the new stadium bleachers going up.
Yeah.
The visitor sides are now done. The home side is nearing completion here in a couple weeks. And it's just really amazing to go out there and look. I go out there every time I'm here for workouts and everything. And it's just to picture that stadium and being full of Greenwave pride is something that is very exciting to think about. And so that's the biggest thing right now. The other thing is we're getting ready to start, like you said, here in about 3 weeks. And the anticipation and the work that we're doing right now hopefully is going to pay dividends for us. And the biggest thing I want to do in the next 2 to 3 weeks before August 1st, when we start on that Friday, is increase our numbers. So a few moments today, I'd like to talk a little bit about some of my ideas of trying to encourage community people to encourage their sons, grandsons, nephews, whoever it is, to give us a chance. Give us a chance here at Greenville to be a part of a new program and help us out.
Yeah, and so it's not too late. Some of these kids out there, young men, it's not too late. Whether they've played football or it's been a year or two since they do it, it's not too late to get involved right now.
No, it's not. And that's why I want to reach out to the community. I mean, Greenville is a very proud community, okay? Very supportive community. And so I'm reaching out to the community as a parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle, friend, whatever. If you know of a young man that's thinking about playing football or would like to play football at Greenville, it's not too late. And I've got some other information we'll share here in a few moments as to how they can get involved. And I'm just trying to increase our numbers. Right now our numbers on the roster are mid-50s. I'd like to get that up into the 60s. So I'm kind of going like on a 2-3 week recruiting binge right now, and this is a part of that process.
Yeah, and we're glad to be part of it because, like you say, this is going to be community involvement. You talked about player involvement, parent involvement. The community's got to get involved in this too. Because I tell you what, I know a lot of us, we can hardly wait to see those lights come on in that new stadium opening night and throughout the course of this 25 season.
Yeah, absolutely. And the first thing I want to give you right now, if you want to contact me directly, my email is Steve Channell, it's a capital S, Steve Channell, CHANNELL 24 @gmail. I'll make a home visit. I'll meet you at the stadium. I'll do whatever you want to do to encourage your young man to give football an opportunity this year. And like we were talking before we started taping, I think Galen was saying it, that to have the opportunity to be a part of history here at Greenville with the new stadium and be able to play there the first year that we're going to play there with the new bleachers and everything. I mean, that's a great opportunity for a young man. That would be a lifetime memory that he would have, and I'm just trying to encourage all the young men in Greenville to come out, help us rebuild this program, help us make Greenville pride stand out every Friday night.
So now during this off season, as we lead up 3 weeks before the first official practice and everything, what all of you and your staff, and let's talk a little bit about your staff. Have you filled out your entire staff now at this point?
Yes, at this point, I'm meeting with one gentleman today, actually with one coaching position left. But, so the staff is in place. We'll be working out today with the kids. Wednesdays we have workouts, and then we do what I call installation after our workouts. So the staff will be there, and we're continuing that process. We've done that every Wednesday throughout the summer. So Wednesday's a little heavier day for us. So that piece of the process is pretty much done at this point, and now it's just implementation of the X's and O's, so to speak, of the game and so forth. So kids are working hard. I'm really very proud of the senior class because there's 16, 17 of them right now, and they have our best attendance in the weight room. And the reason I bring that up, because some of the younger men I talk to who are at workouts, who are freshmen, sophomores, juniors, I ask them, how can we get more young men involved and so forth, and why do they say they don't want to play? And the number one answer is, well, they don't want to lose. And I'm like, you've already lost if you haven't tried. Because if you don't make the attempt, you don't try, you've lost automatically. So the reason I connect that with the seniors, those young men for the last 3 years have gone through not a lot of success, but they're showing up. Their attendance is 90% collectively as a class to workouts 3 days a week. And for those young men to go through the seasons they've gone through and still be here and still buying in and still working as hard as they're working, that to me is something that I admire tremendously.
That's a good sized class of seniors to have 16 and so forth, because a lot of times, that's narrowed down by the time they get to senior year. You maybe start out with 25 in the class, and by the time you get to senior year, you got 8 or 10 left. But have 16, that is a testimony to, hanging in there after some lean years.
Yep, and that's 16. I hope we can raise that up, by this broadcast, hopefully. Maybe we'll get a spark of interest by a few other young men who's maybe played before and dropped away for whatever reason. You have another opportunity here your senior year.
Yeah. Now, these 3 weeks leading up to the official start of practice and so forth, give us an idea of what's going on, and then also any young men out there, can they just come out? Not only you gave us the email address, but they can just come out. What times are you folks out there usually?
So we work out
at the school.
We work out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 o'clock to 10:30, and all they need to do is show up at the high school in the auxiliary gym where the weight room is up top, and then we go to 10:30. Then on Wednesdays we go from 10:30 to 12, where we do more actual teaching of offense, defense, and so forth and so on. I've got some dates. Can I give you the dates?
Sure, that's why we're here.
I'm going to give you some dates at the stadium. If mom, dad, whoever, if you want to bring your son or grandson out to the stadium, the dates will be this Monday, July 14th. We're going to have from 11 to 12. I will be there, and I will meet you, greet you, show you the stadium, everything. Hopefully spark the interest in your son to play. And also the same week, Wednesday, July 16th, I will be there at the stadium from 12 to 1 to meet with you. And also that same evening from 7 to 7:30. So those 3 opportunities are there to come out to the stadium, look at everything, speak with me, let me try to encourage your son to participate in football this year. So again, that's this Monday from from 11 to 12, and then Wednesday from 12 to 1, and also 7 to 7:30. Ironically, Wednesday we're doing a 7-on-7 versus Tri-County North from 5 to 6:30. We'll bus back to here, be back by 7, so I'll be there 7 to 7:30. Come out, check out the stadium, bring your son.
Yeah.
Let's get him
So
involved.
a lot of opportunities to get involved, not only the young men, but also family members or whoever else. So,
Yeah.
I think that's great you're doing that. You said too, home visits. Now, does that include chocolate chip cookies and milk, kind of warm your heart there?
Well, if they want to provide that'd be great. That would be great. But no, seriously, I have a passion to build this program. Okay, I think that comes through.
Right, right.
And I'm going to do whatever I can to get this program going. And the number of players you have is a big key component of that. So if I need to go, talk to Johnny at home at the kitchen table with mom and dad or whoever it may be, then I'm going to do that. And you can contact me through my email that I gave earlier, stevechanell24@gmail, and you can just contact me and say, hey, we're interested. We saw the piece on my county link, and we'd love to be able to talk to you.
Okay. Now, a fundraiser you have coming up here, is that sponsored by the football boosters or the athletic boosters?
No,
or?
that's a football parent group, and it's going to be at the Elks on Saturday, August 2nd at 6 o'clock, and it's a casino night type situation. It'll be food, drinks, some legal gambling, I guess you would call it. So,
fundraising, we'll call it fundraising.
Fundraising. And so the parent group is really working hard at getting that organized and getting the information out to everybody and so forth.
And again, that's Saturday, August 2nd, August 2nd on Saturday at the Elks here in Greenville. And what time again does it start? 6?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. So we hope you folks get out and help with that. The funds that are raised from that, how are those used then?
Well, we're going to use those funds. I mean, there's a lot of needs, so to speak, within a program, and the things that we will be using some of those funds for is like player clothing, things of that nature, equipment, whether you need any video equipment, anything of that nature, just as a supplemental to your program. Like, I like treating kids to things unexpectedly, like after a win on Friday night, have donuts and milk and juice and stuff waiting for them in the morning. Just things of that nature to where you can enhance your program.
Okay. Well, anyhow, anything else you want to bring up here? We're going to kind of keep this kind of short and so forth.
That's fine.
If we hit about everything we need to cover here?
Yeah, I believe so. And I think, just summary is I'm asking for your help. I'm appealing for your help. Like I told you, I wore this for a purpose. Greenville has great pride in their community. And the high school athletic programs, a lot of times, is the fabric of that community. And I'm just doing the best I can to try to get the football program at Greenville up to a successful standard. And we have great pride in it. Come out and check out the stadium, contact me. We'll do whatever we have to do. The last thing I would say is during our parent meeting I had with the players, I used 2 quotes I think are very important right now, and we'll close with that. And one of them was, I looked at the crowd, it was standing room only in the cafeteria at the high school. I said, why not us? Why not Greenville? Why cannot Greenville sustain success in football? And I believe that. We have all the ingredients here. We have everything we need as a community, as a district to be successful. The other lasting thing is we can do this.
Right.
And I believe that we can do this. We can turn around our football program with your help, with the community support. And so those 2 things, remember, we can do this, and why not us?
Yeah, and those are great quotes. I know you had that written down. That's a great way to end this segment, because I tell you, Greenville and the community looking for winners, looking for a football program that not only can compete but also put some W's on the scoreboard there. And we certainly appreciate everything you're putting into it, you and your staff and you folks out there. Again, it's going to take community involvement to get this turned around. Individuals, businesses, relatives, whatever. But there's young guys out there that have potential. We've got to unlock that, but we can't unlock it if they don't show up, right, Coach?
Exactly.
That's exactly right. Well, this has been head coach of the Greenville football program here, Steve Channell. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll probably meet again here with some other programs during the course of the season. And again, thanks for everything you're doing. Certainly appreciate it, and
Thank you.
I know the community will be backing this up. So thanks for watching this segment of a special edition of the Roundtable. I'm Alex Warner. Thanks for joining us, and let's go Wave.
There we go. Go
So
Wave.
long, everybody.